I am here at India's largest AI hackathon with over 1,500 hackers from across India competing for the $30,000 in prizes. Yeah, dollars. Each team has only 36 hours to teach AI something that it can't even do. But what's more important is that I'll be the unofficial judge of trying to guess who is going to be the winner of $7,500. And my judging criteria is quite simple. 1. Am I blown away by their idea? 2. Do they have a real use case? And 3. What's their last AI prompt? This is gonna be fun. By 9 AM, this building will have more AI engineers than most frontier AI labs in the world at a given day, and most of them are under 25. The last time Meta ran this hackathon, it was in San Francisco.
We have unofficially broken a Guinness World Record, which was for largest participation in any Gen AI hackathon.
Like the energy is crazy because there are like a lot of different people. Some of them literally came from Tamil Nadu, some of them came from Delhi.
Yeah.
I don't know how is that possible because all of them came with like a single vision trying to build one or two problems here.
And all of this is happening at the SST campus, where over 200 teams from SST have also participated. Hi guys, what are you guys building?
Hi, so we're building an open ENV RL environment. I'm sure everyone has played Genshin Impact and stuff. There are bosses in that, and if you figure out the pattern of the boss, it's very easy to defeat. And at one point it gets very boring. That's what happened with me. I stopped playing. So what we thought was if the boss learned how you move, how your patterns, figured out how you play the game, and it improved on itself, it makes it innovative for yourself, and you try to use your brains, put in the effort to actually learn how to defeat the boss. So it gets more interesting for you.
The last question for you guys is, can you guys show the last prompt that you gave to AI?
Copy paste, please.
Yeah, दिखाना चाहिए. So yeah, it was definitely cool, but I don't think it was mind-blowing. Training on games is something a bit simple that I have seen before also. Is there a use case? Yeah, there is a use case, but not something that impacts a very big audience. It definitely impacts to gamers. The prompt was completely insane. They just wanted to copy and paste. Total vibe, coder vibes.
So what we are implementing is that we are trying to create the signal system which will change the signals and manipulate the signals according to the traffic based and according to the traffic prioritizations. The issue of ambulance being stuck in the traffic won't be there.
So tell me the last prompt that you gave to AI. Give me a prompt to give Claude on his laptop to merge integrate all of seamlessly with pre-existing repo. Prompt to give a prompt. I had a little of what an open environment actually was, and apparently it is.
You want to teach a model how to do intelligent work in a specified domain. Maybe your nephew might play Mario maybe. How would you teach him to win Mario? You'll play with him. When you lose, you realize that why did you lose? You didn't jump at the right time. You jumped a little too early or you jumped a little too late. Now if I want to teach AI that how to play Mario, what do I need? I need a Mario game. Because without the game, how do I teach him to play and then learn by playing? So you have to build the game. That is the environment. That is what our RL environment is. So in the RL environment that you are building, you will have to define what's the winning state. And then whenever you lose, you reset and start again. Yeah. Now, instead of Mario, we probably build it for something like doing 4 hours of work at an office.
My friends at SST are building crazy things. Let's see how many of them make it to the top 100. So, what are you basically building?
Something that's sort of going to help me speedrun life.
Hi, my name is Zaban Hassan. I'm from Mangalore and I'm from Scalar School of Technology in Bangalore and I'm a first year. Our team's name is Gradient Ascent to show the curve of us winning. And what we're working on is a very important problem, that is AI governance. So right now there's a lot of corruption in our political system. We are teaching agents to run an effective economy well.
So we are building like a negotiator, we are training an AI that is bound within the limits.
We are building an RL environment where the AI is trained to capture the virus.
I work at Red Hat. I work on PyTorch in Red Hat. I think RL environments are future of AI because on top of all the state-of-the-art models, you get better worldview and you get a better way to simulate real-world environments, and hence you can solve actual problems with state-of-the-art models, but at the same time you give it your own touch.
We are working on a prototype of making misinformation forensic. Basically, it verifies the rumors and the news, then give us the proper verdict.
A couple of months back, we did this RL hackathon in SF with the Meta. Scalar was also part of that. We organized it. Like we had some winners. You know what's very amazing and what I really want world to know, and even for us all to know, the scale of talent in India is just so much bigger.
Yeah.
Right? When we were talking with our partners that, there are going to be 70,000 people in India who are going to participate in the first round. And like, you know, like 70, how can 70,000 people even know RL?
Yeah, that's
right?
a
But
big number.
that's the power of India. Just the sheer density and volume of talent that India possesses. It's often impossible for rest of the world to even comprehend that.
I'm Animesh. I'm from Pune. When was the last time while building an application you have not thought about the cloud build twice?
Well, I always think about it.
Like you don't know exactly how much resources you're gonna need. If you ask for 16, it will allocate 16 to you. And ultimately what will happen is like per request, if you're paying like around $100, and your cost would be reduced down to 70%. Like I'm not speaking on the fact, this is not cherry picked. I have myself tested it.
Yeah, three criteria. Am I mind blown? Yeah, definitely. And I built a similar thing. So yeah, I think I'm able to relate to that. And it is definitely solving a real use case. Like AWS usages cost you a lot, especially in case you're a early stage startup. What was the last prompt? It was something like an error fixing prompt, something like that. So overall, I would rate him 9 out of 10. But since I also had a similar project, so 10 out of 10. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay, so guys, we were just asking around everyone that what they are building, and we just found the funniest prompt ever. Yeah, so why don't you just tell what you just prompted me?
Give a quick summary what we have built.
How are you feeling, bro?
Approved.
Approved.
Guys, 5 minutes submit हो जाएगा? हाँ हो जाएगा. Almost. ये I mean submission का किधर करने का I mean last.
1 second, sorry.
Do you guys think you will be able to submit on time? What? No.
So I basically am building something for the voice agent space. So now if you have used any of your modern voice agents, right, what ends up happening is you might have some latency or something like that. And that usually happens when you're using a bigger model like your GPT-4 and all these type of models. Yeah. So what the solution for this is to go for a smaller model. But with a smaller model, what happens is if the user pressurizes the model, then it can go off the topic, or it can probably switch to a random language, or you know, your education counselor might end up becoming a startup consultant and stuff like that. So we are basically building a reinforcement learning algorithm so that we bake it into the small model so that, you know, these kind of issues don't happen.
So what I have done is I wanted to build like the world's first environment which integrates like a simulated brain in it to make AI responses more emotional and such that it can trigger that point in your brain which makes you want to pay attention to what it is saying.
So what are you guys building?
We are building a new gen cybersecurity expert for this age of LLMs. Everybody has listened about Claude Mythos. It has shaken the world. They made the project Last Wing, which consists of the big techs, Google, AWS, to secure the already available code against Mythos. They are only making the precautionary steps to make their code robust. If we can make something of a small scale to show that how Mythos is taking attack, it is making long chains, it is mutating the attacks. If we can make something which can protect from these types of attacks, when that will go to the open source and come into the eyes of Meta, Open and Hugging Face, they have the capability to scale that to a large scale, and they can make that to protect everyone from Claude Mythos going to the bad hands or the culprits.
Definitely something that is very new to the market. Claude Mythos has shaken the world. Like I saw it breach a lot of security barriers, and something that is definitely going to create a big impact. So do you guys have a demo?
This is not running currently because our model is being trained. It's a 3 billion parameter model. We will be giving a MCP agent attack with 20 plus long chains of the mutant API calls. Currently, the model was given the score of minus 0.34. Not even a positive score for a Quen 3 billion parameter model. But we are training that it reaches a score of near to 1, which is a full score.
And I'm completely blown. I don't really need to say anything on this. Claude Mythos is actually breaching a lot of security barriers, so they're tackling that, and it's definitely something really cool and what this world needs right now. Yeah, what was the last AI prompt? It was too technical to discuss. So yeah, he knows what he's doing. 9.5 out of 10. So we have changed the rankings. Now he's the first. And guys, I think these guys can actually win. Where are you from?
So we are from IIT Roorkee. We are working on agentic memory. Actually, we are building an environment in which an agent will be trained to deal with the memory. We are training the agentic memories to forget things that it does not need anymore, such that the context window is never fully reached. We can optimize the context window completely, and it would give us very much better responses.
They're building something around AI agentic memory layer. Is my mind blown? Not really, because I've seen a lot of people working in the same domain. Do they have a real use case? Definitely they have a real use case. That's why a lot of people are working in it. What was the last AI prompt? It was something technical, so these guys know what they're actually building. 6 out of 10. Like, what do you think of this hackathon?
Started registrations around 25th of March, and we got almost 70k registrations so far. And I'm glad to say that 80% of the students are taking part in this hackathon, and around 20% are working professionals.
Yeah.
And considering the number of folks who are on site, the number is around 2,000 as we speak.
And then I came outside, and the Scalar Innovation Lab startups were displayed.
My mind is blown. So, sir, what do you think of the students here?
I think the students are really bright. They have curiosity. Something very natural to them is they are very entrepreneurial. So they actually you don't have to tell them what to do, and they have this innate ability to discover and learn and do whatever it takes to build.
So, Tushar, I see a lot of cool pamphlets here. What are you guys actually building?
So we are building Perceive, which is smart glasses for completely blind users. It tells the users exactly what the object is, where it is, and how far away it is, to help the user create a 3D mental map of their surrounding and be able to navigate without any external assistance.
So, Tushar, do you have a prototype ready with you?
So the prototype is right now in Delhi with Samsung.
Okay.
We recently got 25 lakh rupees grant from Samsung, and currently we are partnering up with them to build it even further.
So, Suhad, what are you building here?
We are team metacognition, and we are building the memory infrastructure for AI agents. So it is the underlying layer which will power agents to retrieve information which you don't know.
So Priyam, I see that you're also the organizer of the above hackathon. So how do you think that it is related to what you guys are building?
I mean, if you went through the themes of the hackathon, there is one problem statement which actually talks about in a environment, how do we bring agents for a long context memory.
Okay.
So that problem statement of long context memory across agents or in a reinforcement learning environment is a small part that we have already achieved.
All models that we use, right, Red Cloud or Gemini or any of these models, right, they run on custom silicon like TPUs or GPUs or whatever, right? Now, we don't know if the chip is correct or if it can actually be manufactured. So what the environment does is runs an industry standard set of tools, right, to like Yosis and iVerilog that verify if the chip is designed correctly. We see that these models generate more optimal chips. So the overall goal is, you write a specification, the agent comes up with the design, and the environment tells you if it's correct or wrong, and it's fed back to the model to get better.
So we just interviewed another team, and am I blown away by their idea? Kind of. I would rate 7 out of 10 in my mind-blowing criteria. And the other thing is that, are they solving a real use case? Yeah, definitely. And their last prompt, it was quite crazy. So if I have to rate them, I would give them 7 out of 10.
Why hackathons, right? So I think the hackathons are important for two reasons. One is for making the learning complete, right? So whatever you get taught in a classroom, you need to implement it somewhere, right? Which is allowing you to absorb that better. And hackathon is a way to build products on what you learned as a fundamental, right? Second is the exposure, right? So imagine you being able to work with people coming from top companies, founders who are building something, right? Students from other colleges, right? Top tier colleges in India. So that environment also teaches you a lot beyond the tech skills that you learn in classroom.
You think a hackathon is about writing code fast? Well, it's not. It's about making decisions when you don't even know they're right or wrong. And the only way to know this is by shipping the code and knowing what actually breaks.
Attention everyone, just 30 minutes are left for submission. Please start submission. Hurry up. Thank you.
1,000 teams just submitted their project, and the judges are going to take a week to drop the results because it's quite complex to judge these kinds of projects, and they want accurate and fair decisions. So if you've got to pick anyone from this video, then drop it in the comment section, and I'll see you later.
I felt it was pure magical. When I walked into a bunch of classrooms last night at 10 p.m., at 11:30 p.m., and the kind of energy, the kind of attention that everyone was putting towards their screen and the kind of work that you were super engrossed with, like that energy in the room was vibrant. We saw over close to 100 billion tokens consumed, close to 6,000 environments that were built in round 1. But you know, something which I feel extremely proud of, 5,000 plus puffs consumed in the last 36 hours. So good stuff, everyone. Because what you take today, the friends that you make today, the network that you make today is the network that is going to stay with you for lifelong.
It's been really challenging but really fun. I even got to interact with not just the peers but also the mentors who are from companies like Meta and Hugging Face.
So it was a pretty different experience than what I imagined it to be. This is my first time participating solo in a hackathon. But slowly and gradually, by the time we reached hour 12, I had already met 12 people. It is, I would say, the experience and the networking and the connections that I made throughout the way that was the real prize of the hackathon.
I think overall, on such a big scale, this event was organized very smoothly and nicely. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more such events.
2, 1.